You can throw hard, my friend. Today's episode is going to be specifically about the differences between throwing and training. If you are new to this channel, my name is Kyle Kringen. I'm a remote development coach for pitchers looking to gain velocity. If you're interested in working with me one-on-one, then click the link in the description below to apply for coaching. So first, let's look at training and the intentions that we're trying to have going into it. So if you are on a specific program designed to increase velocity, because you should be if you're a pitcher, if you're doing some bodybuilder plan, if you're doing some generic workouts that you see on Instagram or YouTube, immediately stop doing that and get onto a program that is structured specifically for pitching and for gaining velocity. That is the first thing. The intention when you go into training should be, I am going for a specific adaptation here, and that adaptation is going to directly correlate with me throwing harder. So if you are moving very slowly, you're doing bodybuilder stuff and you're getting a specific adaptation for the wrong thing, because we're all trying to throw harder here. And if you're training the wrong adaptation for your body, then you're not going to throw harder. So when you walk into the gym, your program should be designed specifically for that outcome. What exactly are those adaptations that we're going for? We want force development. So we should be moving fast. We should be gaining strength as a foundation that we can then layer upon power. Throwing happens in a split second. We want to be extremely explosive at the right time. So having a body that is not only just capable of producing a lot of force, but also at a very intense rate in a split second. That is what we're going for, and your training should reflect that. During your training, it's important to note that a lot of the time, if you're underneath the barbell, if you're picking up something super heavy, you are creating a ton of tension in the body. Right? We need to have a very strong pillar, a foundation to then perform the movement, right? If you're under load or if you're picking up load, you need to be extremely tense. So a big problem that you see from a lot of strong athletes, a lot of very strong baseball players who can deadlift, 400, 500, 600 pounds, or, just move lots of load. They are unable to then transfer that into the throw. And they're asking themselves, why am I so strong, but there's other guys out there who are not nearly as big or as strong throwing harder than me? It's all about how you utilize your strength, right? So we're going into the gym to get a specific outcome, right? And we're trying to get a strength foundation. We're trying to gain power and force production so that we can then transfer it to the throw. That is our intention. But if you are unable to then get into the right mindset for throwing and how you're supposed to attack throwing, then you're not going to be utilizing any of the gifts that you've been given now with your body, right? So there are different intentions when you are going into the gym for that specific purpose and outcome versus when you are throwing. In the throw, we want to be extremely loose, extremely athletic, and extremely flowy, right? We want things to sequence properly. At no point are you trying to physically tense up and force the ball to home plate. You can't gym yourself, into throwing harder, right? You have to take a completely different approach and mindset into the throw. Separate the two. The reason we train is to develop these qualities. Then when we get those qualities, we need to apply them properly to the actual sport. We are getting that adaptation in the gym, and then we're trying to utilize it in the proper way during the throw. You need to first adapt those qualities and then utilize them properly during the throw. You can't muscle up, you can't be tense and try to throw baseball hard. It is a completely different mindset. So you need to go into throwing with the idea of, I have to be loose and I have to let my gifts kind of work for themselves instead of trying to take that same gym approach and apply it to the ball. In the next video, I'm going to be covering mobility and how you can actually develop the qualities of good mobility, good range motion, and how you can utilize that into feeling loose, strong, athletic, and powerful on the mound. And again, if you are a serious pitcher looking to develop further and really lock in on a plan designed to make you more athletic and throw harder and develop all of the right qualities, then click the link in the description and apply for one-on-one coaching. I hope you got a ton of value out of this video. Stay tuned for the next one. God loves you.